Douglas. I'm the Communications Director for the White House Office of Health Reform. And one of my jobs is to keep track of all the disinformation that's out there about health insurance reform. And there are a lot of very deceiving headlines out there right now, such as this one. Take a look at this one. This one says, uncovered video. Obama explains how his health care plan will eliminate private insurance. Well, nothing could be farther from the truth. You know, the people who always try to scare people whenever you try to bring them health insurance reform are at it again. And they're taking sentences and phrases out of context and cobbling them together to leave a very false impression. The truth is that the president has been talking to the American people a lot about health insurance reform and what is at stake for them. So what happens is that because he's talking to the American people so much, there are people out there with a computer and a lot of free time, and they take a phrase here and there, they simply cherry pick and put it together and make it sound like he's saying something that he didn't really say.
Code 3 to the 215 that just occurred. Can I get the first unit to contact the victim, put out a broadcast? Can I get the rest of the units to 927C, towards the location, and can SEC...
As I indicated before, I think that we're going to have some system where people can buy into a larger pool. Right now, their pool typically is their employer, but there are other ways of doing it. I would like to, I would hope that we can set up a system that allows those who can go through their employer to access a federal system or a state pool of some sort. But I don't think we're going to be able to eliminate employer coverage immediately. There's going to be potentially some transition process. I can envision a decade out, or 15 years out, or 20 years out, where we've got a much more portable system. Employers still have the option of providing coverage. But many people may find that they get better coverage, or at least coverage that gives them more for the health care dollars that they spend outside of their employer. And I think we've got to facilitate that and let individuals make that choice to transition out of employer coverage. I just have to repeat something I said earlier, and I am absolutely convinced of this. The most important challenge for us is to build a political consensus around the need to solve this problem.
Sticking with the current system, which doesn't cover 47 million people. That's a lie!
Excuse me, you didn't answer my question yet. What government agency has the government taken over and it's run beautifully and made money?
Sir, we are not talking...
No, please tell me. Please tell me.
That would be a relevant question.
I asked you a question.
Please
answer it.
Okay, if you would stop talking, I'd be happy to answer. No one is talking about the government taking over health.
Oh, no.
Don't put the wool over our eyes.
Sir. Answer the question. I'm trying to.
The question we have to challenge ourselves is, do we have the political will and the sense of urgency to actually get it done? I want to be held accountable for getting it done. I will judge my first term as president based on the fact on whether we have delivered the kind of health care that every American deserves and that our system can afford. And I'm not going to be able to do it on my own, so I hope that SEIU ends up being a partner in that process. Thanks, everybody.
What is going on?
Police over here.
And now you don't like it.
No, you push me.
Hey, get out of here. I don't know. Where's my class?
Man, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh, we didn't attack him for nothing. We'll get out to the damn minister, idiot.
Two of you guys attacked
How's
him.
he find our minister? He's gonna protect me. Come on, man.
Two of you guys attacked that poor guy.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
He attacked the minister.
No, man, look at that some more stuff, man. And he come over there. I said, what the hell?
Inside schoolyard. I-5 Tower 1 code 6 there now. We have 3 deputies. We do see 1.
So we've always been at our best when we've had leadership that called on us to look past our differences, to come together as a nation. Leadership that rallies us to a common purpose, to a higher purpose. I'm running for president because that's the country we need to be right now. This country and the dream it represents are being tested in ways we haven't seen in nearly a century. Future generations will judge us by how we responded to this test. And I don't mind, by the way, being responsible. I expect to be held responsible for these issues because I'm the president. But I don't want the folks who created the mess, I don't want the folks who created the mess to do a lot of talking. I want them just to get out of the way so we can clean up the mess.
927C, forward to location. And can SEC get a check on an airship? Notify Albani. And notify Albani of 250 that just occurred.
10-4, and vehicle again now seen westbound, 2 males Hispanic, and they're 20 years old.
Please be advised that all communications on this channel are being recorded, and violations noted are being sent to the Federal Communications Commission for referral to the Department of Justice for possible criminal prosecution before the U.S. courts. Your immediate cessation of unauthorized radio traffic is urgently requested.